Why do I keep starting stream with a cough? Um, yes, so I have made a mistake. Um, I did not I did not schedule the stream, and so nobody is here. That's on me. It's not because everybody hates me now, probably. So I promise I have friends. Um, they just go to a different school. But yeah, no, this will be interesting. It'll be like a what percent of my community is like marking their calendars, which in this case seems to be a smaller percent, than all of that works. But anyway, let me just get to work. We're gonna make some stuff. We're gonna doing a slow start today. But the guys, we have to we have to build some viewers. Otherwise, I will officially go crazy because I'll just be talking to myself, and that's gonna cause a little bit of drama. But yeah, no, it's on me for not scheduling the stream. Problem is, I'm sure there's a way to automate it. Oh, hey there. Thank y'all too for showing up. I appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, the we're making some Superhero Life 2 stuff, and because I forgot to schedule the stream, uh, y'all are the only ones here. Yeah, no, it's on me really. The all right, we're at four. Thank y'all so much for showing up. All right, the yeah, no, I forgot to schedule it. It's on me. I usually remember to schedule it sometime during the day. I just did not this time, and that was my fault. That was a goofy thing to do. But yeah, no, we're just loading stuff in. I believe we were working on the mall this time. Yeah, but thankfully we have. It looks like we have around six concurrent. Though it might be a bit out of date. So thank you all so much for showing up. The Okay, so some textures are loading in. Plan for the school. Yeah, just a reminder for everyone watching, this is not the final one. These are not. So I finished it in the sense that this is probably going to be pretty close to the final design. It is not finished in the sense that this looks awful in implementation. Like, you know, this is it's very much just to get the basic shape and vibe, kind of like these buildings. I think the thing is the different. This one I put too much effort into. That's my problem. I put too much effort into this one when I really should not have done that. So we're just making same thing here. Like just these are very quick mock-ups, and then as we get more, um, you know, progress into the game, we'll start replacing them with the final versions over time. But for now, these are just very much like a filler. We're just going through and because what I like approaching maps kind of like sculpting. It's not like a 3D printer. I don't just start from like one side, just do add finished stuff all the way across. Though some developers literally do that. They're like I noticed this a lot with showcase people who make showcases. They'll just start with a little scene and just keep expanding it. It's like that AI thing where like you just have it zoom out and like fill in the edges. That's what I've noticed a lot of those people do because really whenever they're working on one part, they want it to feel interesting and cool, and so they'll just keep on like chaining cool things together, and then with a sort of a vague idea of where they're going. And that's great for showcases. But for gameplay and maps, where you really just at a high level what you want it to be, but if you just kind of went in the moment, you wouldn't get the size right. You'd forget some things you need to add. Like it, I think that sort of enhancing or a low resolution map over time is certainly more ideal. So I think this space we're gonna have that be the obelisk thing, which actually maybe that's like maybe it's time to actually make that. Um, it's funny because we actually have like a real obelisk mesh now. You know, um, okay, let's just let's combine the park and the mall a little bit. We're not going to fully finish the park. but we are going to, make it. Okay. All right. So this is looking okay. Let's round off the. I need a command where it just rounds something to like the nearest whatever. Um, how's that looking? Okay. Question is, how does the scale compare? Because we don't want to make it too massive. Okay, so we're just going to. Somewhere around there, yeah. Okay. So we're going to put the obelisk somewhere here, just in the center of the park. I think it'll be a nice little scene thing. Um, yeah, the welcome back, Wolf. Good to see you again. We should be doing some fun materials today. Um, oh yeah, no worries, Carl. Feel free to head out. Yeah. How about two monuments? Well, it's funny you say that because growing up, I was near I grew up in a pretty well-off part of Indiana called Carmel. And by the way, if anyone else ever says they're from Carmel, avoid them. Most of them are jerks. They didn't like me, and I didn't like them. Granted, I was very weird. Uh, but it has a very nice garden there with two bell towers named. It's called a Coxall Garden, Coxhall, and it was beautiful. And it had two bell towers, but it was much bigger than this garden right here. Um, yeah, though I do think two would fit for thematically with yeah, the okay, so we have okay, so parts plus, where would I be without this? Honestly, I'm surprised how much I'm using parts plus. You'd think that I use it a lot, based on this, but this is really I think my second build where I use it. It's just handy, you know? What is the difference between these two? Oh, it's like okay. All right, so we are going to so let's have this here, light it up. All right, so what's this? What's the dimensions of this? It's 1616. So it's 1616. Is this like mildly off center? Have I watched the new Joker trailer? I've seen some memes about it. I haven't actually sat down to watch the whole thing. If I had to guess though, like the first Joker, it'll have some pretty cool moments. But you know, I think that Joker was a really good movie, but not a perfect one. Um, I think that sometimes it got a bit heavy-handed. It could, but at the same time, though, amazing performances. I love the atmosphere. Really captured the essence of New York. Um, and the I don't know. I liked it. But I think that as a film, there are opportunities for them to improve in a sequel. You know, maybe that's just me being contrarian, though. You can never be too sure. Okay, so we're going to use something. It's called resize align. I'm going to have to so resize align. It is a super handy. Um, there it is. Do I really not have that anywhere? Okay. Well, here's resize line. It is an old one. Extend into. So what you want to do is first select the size. Um, oh wait, but it doesn't work with the it doesn't work with the mesh. Oh, that's on me. Sad. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little bit more thoughtful with this one. Okay, we're going into surgeon level, like a surgeon. I want to make this stupid thing go away. The there we Okay. So now, and then whatever this is should be this times 0.5. And ideally, that will lead to them lining up. Perfect. Nailed it. A plus. Um, Let me actually do the resize align again. We're gonna get it right this time. Extend up to. I'll see that right. Extend up to, and oh, whoops. Extend up to, and then inner touch. Okay, so hopefully these are all more or less lined up, and we can call this an obelisk. Whoops. Hopefully that didn't mess up anything over there. But yeah. Um, Thank you. No, I hope I've grown as a game developer. That's that's the dream. And I think, people tell me I'm doing better than ever with in terms of my actual ability. I don't think I've gotten worse in too many areas. Maybe you will sometimes see a quality dip because I think I've gotten more ambitious, and that sometimes leads to me biting off more than I can chew. So that I think I might use I used to touch grass more, if that makes any sense. Okay, no, we're just gonna leave that there. We'll clean it up. Don't worry. We'll clean this all up over time. We're just getting that first pass done. Um, the Okay, if I was a character in the Big Bang Theory, which one would you be and why? I don't watch that show too much. My mom likes it. Um, I don't know. Just wasn't for me. I think. I mean, I'm autistic, so Sheldon. I don't know. Eh, not as far as he is though. Is he canonically autistic, or did everyone just assume that? Okay. No, no, no. Like a doctor said I was, just in case you're wondering. No, this isn't just like I took a Tumblr quiz. Um, but yeah, no, it was. I guess yeah, probably Sheldon. Yeah, and my early Roblox days, that was of course young Sheldon. Um, will this game be a solo project or will it be a few others? A solo one. Hey, I'm glad you like the refinery. I appreciate it. How so the Yeah, no, I think this map is coming together. I think there will definitely it's different enough that I can tell you right now there will be people who miss the original, and so until I open source the original, people are going to be really sad. But for the most part, like it is a for the most part, I would say that it is definitely a what's it called? An improvement. Like any new person who came in, once these are polished, once these buildings have as much care put into them as these, like, which for what it's worth isn't too much more. Like this took like an hour or two, you know, for just the external part. So, well, the old map, yes, I am replacing the old map with this one. Um, but the old one definitely will. I'll be open sourcing the old version of the game at some point, kind of like I did with Superhero Life One, where anyone who wants to play the old map can have the version of the game with that. Just before I open source it, I have to make sure that the audience has more or less transferred over to the new one. Because, like, I want people to be able to visit, to engage with the old one. I don't want it to become lost media, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, I think that we can do better. I think that this map shows its age, and that we have to upgrade it. And I think that a lot of that will be in this. And so that's problem is because the quality is higher on this one, the actual process it takes to get to that quality is also higher. Like, will it be bigger? Yeah, no, I'm glad y'all think it looks amazing. Well, so currently it is this size. We weren't trying to make it super big, but I think that we have decreased the density a bit. I think that there should be a little bit more space to do things. Uh, I am open to moving the theme stuff over from Superhero Life 3. That might just come in as a patch. Like when we remake Superhero Life 3, because I'll be adding it to the engine, I might just like, roll that back to Superhero Life 2. Like the dream is that Superhero Life 2 and 3 would run off the same code. And so when we get around to porting Superhero Life 3, which does have that functionality, we'll be able to add it to Superhero Life 2. That's the hope. Superhero Life 1 did not get deleted, though I know that we've been looking for it for a while. Let's see. Guys, let's see. I literally just looked up superhero life in Google and it's the first result. I don't know what y'all are talking about. It's right there. My goodness. Let me Google that for you. Okay. Let's see. But hey, maybe it knew that I was the guy who made it and it like prioritized the results like that. But here it is. The classic. It's open source. If you want to see, you can. It's uncopyrighted. You can go into it and see the code and such. You know. Let's see. Okay, so let's actually make this mall. Okay. I kind of like the one in San Francisco. You know, the San Francisco shopping mall, outdoor shopping mall thing, like the pier. Uh, I don't know how what else you'd call it. Yeah, then we could sort of wrap it in to we could wrap it into the harbor. Okay, so let me get some photos of the pier. Also, I'm going to open up Miro so we can have that concept art going. Um, oh yeah, no, I mean like the first one definitely still exists. It's yeah, it's open sourced, and I think that people were pretty happy with that because nobody really played it after Superhero Life 2 came out. And so it was just kind of like a, well, what surely we can do better. Okay, so brainstorming. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna have some stuff from the Pier and Cisco. Was it Pier 45? Pier 39, was that it? Pier 39. Okay, so we're looking up images of Pier 39, San Francisco. Wow, that is a low resolution image. Let me try that again. Is it not copying? What's going on? It's Wikipedia. There we go. Why is it doing this? There we go. All right. Yeah, no, something like this, I think looks really good. Um, yeah, so we'll have something like this is what the mall will become. Oh yeah, no, I think the animations parkour stuff from Superhero Life 1 was pretty good. Funny story about that. That was one of my first contracting. I hired a guy to make that for like I think like a 10,000 Robux or something. I'm not too much, but like, 30 to 50 bucks at the time. And he just found a free model that did it and he gave it to me. And like he didn't tell me it's a free model. He pretended he coded it. Then I realized later, oh wait, no, he just got this free model. And like I wasn't even mad. I just felt stupid. Like, okay, fine. I paid the idiot tax. I should have Googled it first. Should have searched it first. Instead, I paid someone to search it for me. My bad. That's also why the UI style doesn't really match. I wouldn't necessarily say it's better or worse. UI from 2015 was usually not the best unless you were very talented, which I was not. Um, the okay, so I think that this is okay. So let's go in and start modifying this to be an actual pier because that's the problem right now. Right now, this is actually a that like we made this sort of rocky coastline, and we're gonna have to change that. Um, let's see. Will animation styles be a thing? Um, Such as being able to change the ways you fly, run, grab. I think that's definitely doable to be a thing from a customization standpoint. It's less likely to do a thing from a I hate animating standpoint. So at some point, I will sit down and find a way to mass port some animation library. And when I do that, it'll be kind of like how the material manager empowered me to do a lot of material stuff. Uh, the, what's it called? The animation style stuff will be like once I have a bunch of animations available, that will make me want to do more animation things. It just takes such a long time. The tall building in the back should be apartments in the image. Let me see. Um, which one of these? This is a cool building. I've seen it a few times in person. I mean Roblox is right near here, so no shocker there, I guess. Um, but no, I think they're cool. I'm not sure if we could make them apartments. Um, the Do you have more powers in the version? It will be the same, but they'll be better, and there'll be more things to do with it. For example, like you will have a fire power, but it might include like a fire punch, a fire kick, fire, like it'll be like a fire move set. I'll be approaching them more as powers rather than like as full on move sets rather than individual as like individual tools. That'll be the hope. Um, let's see. Um, can the super speed have lightning trails? Yeah, we'll probably do some sort of particle effects for running quickly. I'm not sure if it'll be lightning trails. It's more of like a speed blur, I think. Lightning trails that's specifically the Flash. Speed blur, That works. In Superhero Life 4, we'll probably approach things from a more like component standpoint to allow you to have more full control over your powers, but that's a different conversation. Yep. No, Superhero Life 3, the prison will definitely still be on a separate island, probably a little bit farther out for the sake of realism. Uh, but yeah, okay, so let's try to figure out what's a good way to, okay, first, let's start by saving my work because whenever I mess with the terrain, half the time I end up hating it. And so I'm gonna added obelisk. And so we might have to roll back, you know? But we're gonna mess with the terrain and try to add the pier. Okay, so let's start by we're just gonna cut away first. Um, edit, select. All right, so we're selecting that. Okay, so we selected this. We don't want to get the road. So let's just see how big should the park be? Should we make it bigger? It's already so much space. I don't know. I'm torn. Okay. Well, all right. Section deleted. Now let's figure out where to put the pier. Um, building on an angle is going to be a nightmare. I just know it. Yeah, no, I'm glad that people appreciate the good qualities of Superhero Life 3, though I agree it definitely has some pretty big flaws. Okay, so what's the best way to do this? What if we did it like here? Like we what if we went up here and kind of just did it this way? That could work all right. Well, we'd want like this. What if we did it like I almost want to like wrap it around or something, you know? Like I want to do this. It's not horrible, but it's not ideal. It's growing on me. It is growing on me. Um, gonna have to reduce that. So the pier will be wood, probably. Wood with some concretes mixed in. Okay, let's add a boat. Okay, but let's add a boat here. Um, okay, guys, we're gonna do something that is gonna cause a lot of damage. I have just added the Superhero Life Assets package. This is going to possibly crash Studio. We'll see. Um, let's see. What's your opinion of Jao Pro and his superhero game? I haven't really played it that much. But I think Jao Pro is a talented developer I mostly know him from his Star Wars stuff, if I remember correctly. But no, I guess my hope is, if I remember correctly, he mostly did his own. Are we talking about Helix Ascent? I think my main issue with superhero game devs is that they just copy Spider-Man. They just copy, um, they just copy all like the big names, and I think that's, you know, I don't know. I don't like that. It feels like you could have done something yourself. But also I did it myself, so it's not like I'm a Puritan about it. Like if someone like hires me to do work on a game with like a copyrighted character, I'll be like, y'all should do your own thing, unless like I don't know well enough to be critical. But I'll still work with it. It's just like as a creative, I would rather make my own stuff, and I think that whenever I see another developer do that, it makes me happy. Okay, so Superhero Life 4. There we go. Okay, so gaze upon this nonsense. It is every Superhero Life game at once. Superhero Life 1, 2, 3. Look at how much bigger 3 is than 2. Just look for a second. Let me get rid of the stupid ocean. Where'd that go? Which of you has the stupid ocean? What's it look like? Superhero Life 2A, 3B, 3A. I mean, it's in the center. Oh, wait, it's my ocean. I probably could have guessed that. The I mean, I did guess it, so proved my point. But no, okay. So look, this is the Superhero Life 2 map, and this is the Superhero Life 3 map. They have some weird blue things because last I worked on these, I was trying to automate repeated stuff. Like, for example, I wanted to have a tree saved in one place and then just load it to all the places from like a performance reasoning. I didn't want to use packages because I've been burnt by packages before. um, but yeah, no, the anyway. So you're wondering, why are we in this? For one, because it is cool to see all, like, this is the Superhero Life 3.5 remake. This is Superhero Life 3 map. This is the Superhero Life 4 original map. It's actually much smaller than I think people realized. Uh, it, it was cool. I liked it. I really liked this part down here. But it definitely I think this map is interesting because I think it represents sort of a midpoint between my current city building style and the Superhero Life 2 building style. Because Superhero Life 3, um, I wouldn't say it's purely my own style because my friend Ryan worked a lot on it, and so it's kind of a mix. It's kind of its own thing. But this one was once again I made it on my own. You can kind of see like the ideas I had with Superhero Life 2 in that map and like kind of what I learned from it and like, okay, I need to make this is what I was telling y'all about with the last stream with the what's it called? This is what I was talking about last stream with the Brook Lane, where I used to not put multiple buildings on a single block. Here, I kind of overcorrected to some extent, and like now every single block has like a ton of buildings crammed in. Like I didn't put any alleys, it's just a full wall of buildings in every direction. So yeah, like you can see, I was a lot more mindful of sightlines because I understood that like, being able to see the ocean means you have to understand how small the map is. And so there used to be a lot of filler buildings surrounding this map. You can see the original Space Needle, the version 1.0 of the Space Needle. Something about these kind of things. I my development is yeah. So this was originally the Superhero Life 4 map. I think it does a lot of cool things, but it definitely goes a bit too far into the cartoonishness, I think. I think that it was trying to make a bold future, and I think it is memorable. I think it has more character. My worry now is the chess life game, the city I made. It was beautiful, but I think it lacked a lot of the character that this one had. And so I think that hopefully this next map will be a balance between this amount of character, but like actually a little bit more of a tighter grip on the on how the overall aesthetic comes together. And then here's the Superhero Life 3.5. You can see I got really far in the optimization of this city. Um, but yeah, no, it's just once again, to me, it's just I always get shocked at just how much bigger the Superhero Life 3 city is in this one. It is like, but you can't tell because all of the buildings are bigger. Like every frame of reference is bigger. The only thing which isn't bigger is like even the streets are wider. At a glance, they look like they should be around the same size, but because everything is just so much more massive, you know, it kind of it reflects that. And but yeah, I think the prison island though is cool. I like the prison island, and then the Syndicorp interior. Those are my favorite parts. I think it was Ryan who made the Syndicorp interior. I think he did a really good job on that. And look at this cool throne room. Okay, the anyway, I'm getting lost. Where am I looking? I need to find what I'm looking for is the boat. Oh, this is the original Superhero Life 3 map. I'm not sure if you, yeah, do y'all remember this? This is what the Superhero Life 3 map was originally. Unfortunately, it had like 7 times as many parts as Superhero Life 2. It's funny, I don't even remember this one that well. It's cool though. It really feels like a city. It really got the scale right. It's just the performance costs. Yeah, but I think that this is like the scale of a map that I think Superhero Life should be. And I think for the most part, I recognize that with Superhero Life 3.5, which is was my most recent attempt. Like it got the scale part, right? It got the full size of the map without necessarily scaling up all the buildings. These buildings are like true to life scale. Like this is how big a building is in real life. Oh, and here's the little cute storefronts. I love these. These are all procedurally added, and I'm probably gonna do something similar for Superhero Life 3. Superhero Life 2 remake. Um, but it's just such a cool concept. Yeah, like this you could see like all of the problems with Superhero Life 3's map visually is because of the hatchet job I did to make it optimized. The original one was beautiful. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I hadn't done this. I hadn't ripped it apart. But also like people weren't able to play. And that was the point, you know? And I don't think it would have solved the overlying problems because like people have critiques of the map. The reason people hate Superhero Life 3 is because of the customization. You know, like that's because of how the customization was done. And so I don't think it would have changed much, but I think I would look back on it a little bit more fondly. And I think everyone else would too if it had this kind of scale, this scope to it. I think it would have felt like more of a clear upgrade to people. But yeah, different time. Let's see. The Oh yeah, there was a boss battle. Yeah, I remember that was a Calamaton. That was for the Incredibles 2 event. That was a very fun. That was a very fun thing. Um, okay, so I am going to delete these. The Okay, so prepare. Okay, delete. All right, perfect. So I deleted that. Now let's try this one. This looks closer. Map, models, weapons, vehicles, boats. There we go. Oh, it's loading it soon. Yeah, so what I've just loaded in here is basically a giant folder model thing of every building I have that you know every unique asset that I've imported in the last few years. With a lot of it taken directly from Superhero Life 3.5, but not all of it. But actually, maybe all of I might have just actually taken the Superhero Life 3 map and like run a script to deduplicate stuff. But yeah, the this was a cool power plant. Mhm. That doesn't look right. Sorry, I got distracted. I was just trying to because I think these look good, and I was thinking like, could I put those in the new one? You know, like I don't. I think we should hold on to these. Oh, these cargo containers though, these are perfect. So we're gonna take that out. Look at these boats. Yeah, no. So when Superior Life came out, it was getting 6,000, and then average steady at around 2,000. Then over the years, it just dripped away. Um, but yeah, the let's see. So I think yeah. So this looks all right. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. I'm just trying to save myself time, but not quality. I still want quality. I'm not doing this to reduce quality, y'all. I just want to get this game out quickly. It's a cool statue. The and I want it. Because the thing is, I don't think I know every time I say this, you smart Alex go and be like, oh, actually, the reason I played Superhero Live 2 was the refrigerator. But no, I really don't think y'all were playing because I custom made the trees. I really don't think that's it. I think you played because of the character customization and being a superhero. I don't think when y'all watch anime, you really care about the background art that much. I said it. All right. I think that for the most part, that's not what people care about. And so it should be the last thing we spend time on. We want to get everything else right first. Then we will focus on it. That's and so no, I'm not taking shortcuts. Don't be like, oh, he hasn't tried since Superhero Life 2. That's not it. I do try. I just try in different areas, and yeah, the and I think hopefully this time the area I try in will be the one which the community wants the most. And yeah, anyway, rant over. Thank you all for attending. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that like we can't have good back. Obviously, a movie where every single part is done good is a good movie. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like every single like if you look like honestly, I don't like cinema sins, but I think it does bring up a point that even really good movies can have tiny details that are imperfect. And I think that for the most part, uh, this one right here, this game, I'm not using this for the buildings, but I will be using it for the props. You know, Like, actually, let's just organize it. Okay, so these are all buildings, right? Um, okay, so we're gonna start by. Okay, so we're just gonna remove these one at a time. Oh, here's something that's kind of interesting though. I bought this icon pack, aka y'all's logo, y'all's little emblems, your superhero emblems are gonna get way cooler. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. There's gonna be so many different little emblems that y'all can do. I'm gonna try to support layering as well, but that might be superhero life 4. Yeah. Bathroom man. Um, sorry. These ones, I think these ones especially will be popular. These ones right here, these are cool. Um, but yeah, like and with rotation, you can imagine like even this symbol would look awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna gunman, Batman's archenemy. He only uses guns to fight crime. Uh, sorry. You, but yeah, no, like see, if I sat down and made all these emblems by hand, you'd miss a lot of them. And so like this is my point. Like I really think the whole Puritan like aspect, like, oh, you have to make everything from scratch, otherwise it's bad. I don't know, that just burnt me so much when it's so clearly not the case, yet people continue to believe it. Like very few media are truly made from scratch. And I think that just because y'all are watching how the hot dog gets made doesn't mean y'all now have the right to be disgusted when I do like, make an imported trash can that I didn't handcraft. Anyway, it's an insecurity. That's why I'm ranting about it. Okay, so we have cranes, structures, bus stop. These are kind of cool. Metal. Okay. But yeah. So let's refocus. Yeah, the customization. Yeah, we are going to improve the customization, but our goal is to have backwards compatibility so that if you made something in the previous version, you should be able to go in and it should look like a HD version of that one. Like I'm not because I know some people repurpose items in certain ways, and so I can't promise that every single use case will look exactly the same. But I can say that the majority of them will look better, I think, and hopefully we'll be adding support for those. Uh, you know, our first priority will be to allow people to remake whatever other stuff they were doing. You know. Okay, so I think let's start by we're gonna make this dock here. Okay, we're gonna put some of these here. hmm and then where did we put the wasn't the train tracks? Oh yeah, we're gonna put a boat. Let's bring the ocean back. Ocean man. Um, container ship. It'd be nice if like as the day went on, like just like you like like boats came in and out and such. That'd be kind of nice. No, hey, some drama going on? No, everyone be nice to each other. We're all friends here. The yeah, no, suit glitch is good. I like the suit glitch. Well, in fact, I'm gonna be making it a suit feature. We're just gonna be a lot more flexible with how we store things. How we allow users. Um, and so that's the goal. Don't worry. We're not you're not losing the soup glitch. I promise. Okay. Okay, so we got some of these here. Sorry, we're actually going like the I know we're going like kind of an odd direction with this. We started off thinking we're going to work on the mall, and now we're working on the dock. No, guys, it's no nobody's dumb. It's calm. Everybody happy. No, no problems here. Gonna sing the Kuna Matata song. Oh, looks like we're getting a visit from my wonderful girlfriend. What are you doing here?
I was missing you.
Oh, would you say hello to the stream?
Of course.
I think you just kissed directly into the mic.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, this is Yadi.
Hello, everybody. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Yeah, in Portuguese that is te amo muito. So,
Te amo muito também.
okay, we're gonna get.
Sorry.
All right. Yes. Let's see. Yeah. No, that. See, y'all. My girlfriend's real. I told you she just went to a different school.
Try to design something.
She is UX design certified, so that's not off the
Are you
table
going
at some point.
to let me design something?
We'll see.
I don't
I
think
think
you will.
little
Convince
bit,
him, everybody.
yeah. The we'll see. I think that there are many. I think I guess I'd probably rather us create a project from scratch together. That
I
way you don't have to deal with my
agree. I
bad code.
agree. Are we going? Is there any Brazilian in the chat?
Oh yeah, Brazil mentioned.
Algum brasileiro aí?
Yeah, the
No Brazilians
how do you think
watching.
everything will turn out? Well, I hope that Superhero Life 2 remake is amazing. That's my hope.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm excited.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
let's see. Oh, half Brazilian. We got one.
What? Yeah. Okay. I'll let you.
All right. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye. Yeah, the and this is why I don't allow dating in my games because that's for just me. Y'all have to behave. I already have an amazing girlfriend, but why should anyone else be allowed to date? What's the point? Um, I don't know. What do y'all think of the like the 18 plus games on Roblox? I don't know. It seems weird. I feel like it's natural, but at the same time, like she's just sitting here listening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Watch the stream like everyone else. Gosh, get in a front row seat. All right. The yeah, because I feel like with like the 18 plus games, I kind of like the idea of allowing for darker themes because we all know they're like R-rated superhero things. Um, but yeah. So the like it's just I don't want to lose the previous audience. I wish there was just a way to like, enable it. Like you can only enter certain areas if in like 18 plus. Yeah, no, you're right. That there is some unholy things happening there. Maybe I should count myself lucky with not try to tempt fate. Yeah. Honestly, Deadpool was a good film to have like, break into the R-rated Marvel. Um, Deadpool 2 felt a little bit derivative, I guess, to me, but I like the first one a lot. Um, let's see. I think that for the most part, will I make Superhero like 3 and copy law? Probably. Yeah, it's mostly just the I'll probably clean up some code because the thing is, whenever you uncopylock something, like all of a sudden it's every bad decision you ever made making the game in the public eye, and so I'll probably clean up some stuff, but same with Superhero Life too. Add some comments, add a disclaimer at the top of every script. Uh, but yeah, am I going to add boats and cars? I will be. Let's see. I think the boats is somewhat inevitable due to the you know it just being on the ocean. But the goal. Let me. We're gonna have to sink these lower. I think. You know, like what's a good pier height? You know, like we're having to deal with the fact that the ocean is just not very low. There's like a lot of height. Um, Base customization. I would love to have Bloxford level base customization. That'd be pretty fun. But it's there's a that's a very impressive. Well, Bloxburg is not like the most impressive technical game, but they do a good job. Like I think that anyone who says that Bloxburg is not a good game is just being ridiculous. It's just like I don't want people to think like that there aren't ways you could improve, but I think Bloxburg, they just get so much right with understanding their players that it really works out. Uh, okay, so we are, so we're just deleting this. All right, beautiful. Mhm. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. My hope is that we'll keep on having amazing things. Yeah, by the way, and also I haven't decided as to whether or not I'll be remaking the dock because I think I want to prioritize like things that are most important. Like to me, the first most important thing is the what do they call it? Is the buildings with interiors. Then we'll start talking about maybe doing like a remaking part of the dock. You know, let's make this go a little bit further this way so that we have more room. We're gonna start doing really get the scale right here. This feels like I didn't get the scale right. Like these boats feel too small and too big. Where did I put the little guy? There they are. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm really glad that the private servers update worked out. I know that they're broken a lot, and I do apologize for that. Um, that's on me. No, like these. Okay, this size looks about right. Okay, yeah. No, I mean the scale technically works. It's just like feels I think it feels weird. Oh, we can make this a little bit better. Um the let's see. No, some malls have like a movie theater in them. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely down to have like a movie theater or something on there. It's just like because we're not doing interiors right now, my main goal is just to block out the area. I want to get the shape of the full map, and then we can start talking about like, what necessarily every interior will be. But no, I think movie theater, that'd be very cool. Um, yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, I think a revolving door for the news tower would be nice, though I'd have to find a way to code it. Though in some ways, a revolving door is easier to code than a regular door because, well, at least when you're doing a regular door properly. As you know, doors usually open a specific way, but doors in video games, you can push them open either direction. And, that because you don't want to slow down the player. Um, so, yeah. Also, y'all, just for context, we only have about half an hour of the stream left, probably. Yeah, we're ending it a bit early tonight. It's just been a tiring day. Every day I goof up the stream in a new way. Yesterday it was, of course, not. I think I showed up late, if I remember correctly. Or was the day before? But no, today was because I've got to schedule it, and I ended early. Yeah, why are all these grouped? I think it might have been a pre pivot time. Because before you had pivots, if you wanted to control where you would place things, you'd have to work with you would have to use a primary part. Yep. Yeah, no, suit glitch is staying. We're gonna keep that. No worries. So I think we can just have the container stacks here. The Sorry, I'm just cleaning up the weird processing I was doing for back with the previous one. Okay, so we can keep this one. Okay, so cranes. So arm crane. All right, sorry. I'm just organizing a bit. I don't want the I don't want to make a bunch of like really silly mistakes and then just have them like just like a bunch of bad formatting and then have it haunt me for the rest of the development. Okay. All right. I think that's better. Yeah. So we're gonna get those put in. Okay, that looks all right. I feel like this is too crowded. This can move after all. The yeah. So are you doing anything major to the map or just redesigning the superhero? So I mean, I I think I mean you can say that for the most part, like new stuff is getting added. Like for example, these different like we're getting some smaller additions, but for the most part, we are sticking to the overall design. Like I want this map to um, I want it to feel like more of a real city, but I also want to not take a million years to make it, you know? Like that's the problem. It slows down development so much to make things um, and so that to make things realistic. And so there are optimizations you need to implement most of the time. But yeah, let's see. I'm just going to a basic. Where's like a blank white texture? There we go. Copy asset ID. The reason I'm doing it is because I want to make them shinier. And for that, you need to make them more metallic. Like, check this out. So before, after. Just gives it a little extra oomph, I think. What else? What else? Are these ones metallic? Oh, these ones aren't even surface appearances. Yeah, gross. Yeah, the texture. For those who don't know, the texture IDs are way worse for performance. So you really wanna move things over to surface appearances, and also I think they look better. Look at that! Look at that metal shine. You know. All right. So surface appearance, surface appearance. Right. So we want to take the texture ID, color map it. We want to take the metalness map we got from earlier. We want to move that in. So then we want to remove the original. And now we have a nice and shiny crane. It's the same here. Dang, I really just did not use surface appearances back then. It's just crazy, like how much just like adding it will just immediately, in my opinion, uh, improve things. Um, all right, so check this out. Boom, shiny. Can I just, because these all use something called I think it's not sprite sheet, is it? It's a texture map. But basically, all of these normals are mapped to the same, to like a color grid. And so they actually reuse the same texture, which I think is really cool. Yeah, and a very nice optimization done by the, I believe, Cinti Studios are the ones who made this. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I think yeah, you want your game to run as quickly as possible, and to do that, you know, and I think just to make it look better, you really want to go with surface materials. But look at how shiny it is. Like you could see like it reflecting in the sun. Perfect. Um, yes, as far as I can tell, still real life is just Roblox turned up to 10. Iconic line. Anyone who has that line in their profile, they got to be a really cool person. Let's see. I think that's a lot of it right there. Okay, so now let's I'm going to change this to be a wedge part, and that will be used here. We're going to have a very subtle ramp to which we're going to turn this into an actual road at some point. But like just right now, we really want to get like the very basic pass. You know, just getting some basic shapes. So right now, I am in Superhero Life 2 Remake, basically. Though it's actually just in an RBXL file. Um, you know, the I think yeah. So that yeah, we'll get roads onto here in a bit. Right now, we're just very much we're going to add this. We're going to add some brick walls, some like soil retaining walls for a lot of it, and then from there we just want to get like the shape of the shoreline figured out. Um, okay, we got about 15 minutes left in this stream. So let's see. Trying to think what else could we want here. Let's add some. Let's add some basic warehouses or something. Because we did have warehouses in the original. No, no. Before we do that, let's connect. Let's finish off this shoreline here. Let's see. We'll use use wooden planks and like a lightish color. Yeah, wood planks texture looks awful from a distance. Oh well. So let's just start and trying to think. There's got to be like a more natural way to connect these two, right? I don't know. Because I want the I don't know. Let's just roll with it. I'm going to start by well, how does the how's the actual Pier 39 work? I actually went there with Yanni last year. So so first let's start by making it lower. These piers are not like super tall up, so we should be adjusting the height of things accordingly. So I'm going to change this to 5 because we're going to be doing a little bit more of a subtle curving. I think it'd be cool if there was like sort of like stairs or something up here, you know, like what if we had you know like what if there was like something right here that like, you know, allowed people to get back up, and so that's why people would go this direction. But also you could have like the trucks that like restock the pier could like come down this way, you know. Like there there are a few ways to it. Why is my computer running so slow all of a sudden? What is using up everything? Usually when my computer drops in like performance, something like some Steam things just started downloading in the background. But it appears that is not what happened here. Okay, so let us do. Yeah, I'm just going to focus on making this pier look natural and not worrying about the details. No, wait, these are too square. I need to I need to make them more clearly directional. Um, okay, so we're making the shoreline. Um, no, I'm not making a bridge. I'm just making I'm making sort of a pier, kind of like one of these, and we are going to decorate it with stuff. Um, let's see. So if I move, this. Superhero Life 2 is flat San Francisco. Ah, yeah. Making hilled cities in video games is such a headache. Goodness. I'm sure it's that way in real life. In fact, I'm in Brazil. I see it. But I don't know. I Unless there was an explicit reason to make a city a hill, I will avoid it like the plague. I think I did it once. Does anyone remember if I made a game where like the cities were kind of hilly? Does anyone remember that? Maybe I'm misremembering. It's just it feels familiar. I remember it was miserable. That's the part I remember. Okay. Final 10 minutes, y'all. Yeah. Am I adding the starter characters back? Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, okay. Asterisks. The starter characters will be in the game. I don't know if they will still be playing the role of starter characters. I would prefer something a little bit more customizable, like something where like you start, maybe you answer like three questions and it builds you a very basic superhero. Like something that I think will onboard people a bit better. I think that's the way to go. Like you want people to feel invested in their character very quickly, and I don't think giving them a pre-made one is the right move necessarily. I think we gotta find the balance between Superhero Life 3's like random generation and Superhero Life 2 just giving you out of the box stuff. Because also there's the thing where like if they want to change something, that forces them to engage with the character editor, and but it's not as intimidating because they're already like 90% of the way there and they only want to make like one change. I think that could be pretty good. You should add a story mode type game with the starter. Story modes. The problem is I would love to make a movie or something one day, or like an animated film, but I don't want to make a story mode video game. It just feels so dishonest with the media, I think. Like a game should not try to tell you a story. A game should try to tell you, at best, a philosophy or a system of some sort. It should be a games are mechanics. Games are interactions. They aren't linear narratives. They're cultures almost. Like there's so much more. It'd be like asking someone. It'd be like asking a writer to describe a painting. Like you can do it, or you could just show them a photo of the painting. Like there's there's certain every media has its own strengths, um, and I think that the strength of video games should be seen as about interactions. If I do ever do like a linear content game in superhero life, it will be something like Fallout New Vegas, like how they did it. I thought that was very respectable. Yeah, like something like where the world interacts and responds to you and with you, like something that feels more complete. Okay. All right. That looks okay. Okay. I think like okay, like obviously, it's not It's not like perfect or anything, but I think that we will have a pretty good start. I I the problem with a live thing is I want this to be a replacement. I don't want the two cities to coexist. You know, like I want people to view this as like an update to the old one, not a new city. This should be an update to the old one. Like this should be like y'all remember Jailbreak, how its map changed over time. But if you jumped from version one of the Jailbreak map to the current one, you would have like a similar experience. There'd be so many new areas just out of nowhere, and old areas will have changed a bit. The city will be different. Like, and I think that that is what I'm hoping to do here, where the let's see, okay, yay, that looks all right. All right, so now we're going to use the resize align. We're gonna go with outer touch this time to avoid any Z fighting. Um, okay. Why is it not aligning anymore? Did this thing break? Aw, really? Or are they just perfectly aligned? This thing's broken. Oh wait, no, but it's going with the outer touch. Okay, it's a ID10T error. Uh, all right, so we're just going to avoid the ones where it is perfectly aligned. Why aren't you working? I don't know the dealers with that one. Did all of them just stop working? Ah, stupid plugin. Okay, so now inner touch. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, Z fighting, yeah, Z fighting is a headache. I'm really surprised that it just seems like such like an old problem in video games, you know? Like we've had this since the 90s. I'm just shocked that we haven't like found like a way to like do like a Z fighting pass over something in rendering. But maybe that's one of those situations where we can do it, but it's just not worth added the added cost. Oh wait, I think I know what's happening. This isn't long enough. And so we're having a situation where no inner connection is actually possible. This is such an old plugin. I really I really should look at the code at some point and like make an updated version. I think it is it by Straven? It's not by Straven, it's by someone else. It's the Geom tools. What? Oh well. Um, it's by whoever made this. way back in the day. It's a very old plugin. Can we get more hairstyles? Um, I can. I I I don't want to say no because I think it's definitely a reasonable request. But I do think that hairstyles will not be the highest priority. Like we're gonna work on uh, okay, so just we're gonna do a basic gap fill pass. Best guess. Here we go. Do, do, do. I don't like this last one. Mistakes were made. Okay, so now let's do gap fill again. All right. The jokes at the top will be there. Oh, for the ocean. For the ocean, all you have to do is you have to create a special mesh, set it to cylinder, and then put it under a part. Um, then you can, because special meshes, you can actually scale to, massive amounts. And so you can get sort of a consistent plane of water. Keep in mind, there is no collision detection for this, so you'll have to use the height to detect when the player has gone underwater, if you wish to do that. Um, but yeah, okay. So this is okay. We're looking a little bit more acceptable. Okay. First thing next time we're going to modify the. So let's make this a little bit more wooden. Like just a little bit. Something. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna modify this pier. We're going to clean up some parts of it, and then also let's go ahead and spike some parts out. You know, I feel like three is too much. I like I liked the one I did here. Okay, something. This will. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I promise. Just maybe not right now. We'll mess around with that. Ah, okay. I think though I did say 9. It is 9:05, so I am. I definitely should pause. But yeah, next time we're going to be repairing this terrain and then starting to take these changes we made. One, we're gonna, and then just sort of integrate the entire, the entire environment back together. We're gonna put some roads here. We're gonna block out some shops and such here. Yeah, and then we're gonna start working on this end. All right. I made this part really wide. We'll see how that ends up. All right. Thank you all very much. Um, yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow probably. I do take Fridays off. I don't know if it'll be the tomorrow, but current plan is to stream. Might be a short one, might be a later one. I will figure that out. But no, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for stopping by. I think we've made some decent progress. Just we're starting to see like, how stuff is like sort of, filling out. I think it's coming together pretty good. I feel a bit uneasy how like ugly and unpolished this area is. So we're just gonna have to keep working on it, keep polishing it up until it looks okay. But I think it will look okay probably by the end of the next stream. Like it really is, we have to tie it together. We have to tie this together from a bunch of individual parts into a single scene. And once we do that, I think we'll be fine. Um, yeah, and we'll have to put like actual like pylons and stuff for the pier. But yeah, we'll see. It's all going to be good. Um, yeah, and I guess to quickly answer the final question, why did it take so long to get back to superhero life? It's because I had a lot to learn about making games, and I think I've learned a lot of it. I don't think by no means have I finished learning, but I think I've learned enough to give the community the meaningful update it deserves. And I think we have made some decent progress to that. All right, well, talk to y'all later. Bye.